there, neighbor. It's 1994. You're a geek. Stick with me on this one. And you've just finished off a movie marathon consisting of the original Star Wars movies followed by the Back to the Future trilogy. As a gamer, how would you cap off your day? Well, I would highly suggest you play the game where Luke from Star Wars and Biff from Back to the Future fight against an evil army of space cats. I'm talking about Wing Commander 3 for the PC. So, on the off chance that you've never heard of Wing Commander 3, but you're still geek enough to love Star Wars and Back to the Future, and if your head hasn't exploded from the sheer awesomeness of the idea, I'll explain. Oh, and in case you're new to the show, spoilers incoming. Wing Commander came out in 1990. It was a space combat simulation game that deviated from the norm somewhat. Back then, simulations were very heavy in terms of what you could do with your ship. But Wing Commander made it a lot more like Star Wars. While you did have to keep track of things like weapon and shield power and communicate with your wingmen and home ship, most of the game was simply flying around and blowing shit up. And you regular viewers know how big a fan I am of that. Well, I don't have many memories of the first game. I think I rented it once for the Super Nintendo and found I wasn't very good at it. So when the sequel came out, I didn't even play it. Which is a shame, because by all reports, it seems Wing Commander 2 was a better game, with a deeper story, animated cutscenes, and some of video gaming's first voice acting.
It's true, sir. The Kilrathi have invisible fighters.
So I missed out on all of that. But I did not miss out on Wing Commander 3. Wing Commander 3 stars Mark Hamill as series mainstay Colonel Christopher Blair. He belongs to the Confederation, which is at war with the Kilrathi, a race of upright, tiger-like creatures whose mouth movements almost never match what they're saying.
But I must excuse myself now, as your duty here takes precedence over our catching up on old times.
When I bought the game, I was flabbergasted to learn that it also starred Biff from Back to the Future, that black guy from Herman's Head, Sala from Indiana Jones, two hot girls I didn't recognize, and Malcolm McFucking-Dowell. Holy shit! You just know this one's gonna be epic. So, as the game starts out, Blair's girlfriend is missing, his home ship has been destroyed, and he's been reassigned to an old cruiser named the TCS Victory. And here's where you immediately learn how the game flows. Walk around the ship looking for videos to watch those videos, go to the briefing room, configure your ship, start the mission, blow shit up. Videos, briefing, blow shit up. Lather, rinse, repeat. Oh, and I'd turn off transitions as fast as you can. Unless you just like watching Mark Hamill walk.
I'm too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt. So sexy it hurts.
And here's where I'd normally tell you about the story, except, like Tex Murphy, Wing Commander 3 has branching story paths. Only these are only partially determined by the choices you make, and instead is largely determined by your actual skill as a player. Fail too many missions, or just the wrong ones, and you'll find humanity constantly in retreat until they are ultimately conquered by the Kilrathi. Succeed, however, and things will go much better. So you meet everyone on board, including that plucky mechanic Rachel Coriolis. Gosh, she is a cutie. She must be like a model or something. Anyway, you go through the game, taking on successively more difficult missions, but it isn't until Disc 3 that the story really starts to kick off. It turns out that humanity, despite your valiant efforts, is losing the war, and has been for some time. So Malcolm McDowell trots out a massive gun that is totally not symbolic for a penis at all. Gentlemen, I give you the Confederation's finest achievement, the huge penis. And it turns out that the huge penis can actually destroy a planet, which is totally not ripping off the Death Star at all. Gentlemen, I give you the Confederation's finest achievement, the death penis. They take it for a test drive, and sure enough, it blows up a planet. But then the Kilrathi blow up the death penis, and they decide, because you're just not having a bad enough day, that they'll show you what happened to your girlfriend.
You have slain many of my finest fighters during your career. You have earned this.
That cutie pie Rachel talks you out of drinking yourself stupid, though if you tell her to buzz off, hilariously, you'll have to fly the next mission while drunk. Sorry, Ossifer. How fast was I going? Warp 6? Oh shit, my bad. But the Confederation isn't done yet. They've got another long-shot effort to win the war outright, in the form of a bomb that needs to be delivered to the Kilrathi homeworld. And while you're going through the missions that set all that up, you get to choose which love interest you want Blair to pursue. I always chose Rachel, because she's just so darn cute. And you can tell that she really cares about him. What was that actress's name again? Ginger Lynn Allen, that's right. Nowadays I look her up on IMDb, but this was back in 1994, so I was 14, and my family didn't have internet yet. So you take the bomb in, killing the main bad guys along the way, fire the bomb off, and destroy the planet. The Kilrathi surrender, and you fly off for some well-earned shore leave with whichever hottie struck your fancy. It was a great game, and while the graphics haven't aged well, the gameplay sure as hell has. This is still one of the most fun space combat sims to play, and I personally dust it off and play it again once every couple of years or so. There isn't an easy way to play it nowadays, though goodoldgames.com has the first 2 games available, so one would hope they'd put the rest up eventually. For now, you'd have to use DOSBox or buy the PlayStation or 3DO versions if you have either of those systems. If you do get the PC version and need help, I'd recommend checking out WCNews.com. They are the ultimate Wing Commander fan site and have an excellent tech support section in their forums. When it comes to Wing Commander 3, you know what I remember most? Rachel. I can't help it. She's cute as a button. And when I turned 16 and our family finally got internet at our home, one day I decided to open up Webcrawler and see if I could do a search for Ginger Lynn Allen. You know, just to see if there was anything else she might have done that I'd be interested in seeing. Holy crap, she's a porn star! It just didn't seem real. I mean, personally, I just couldn't buy it. A promiscuous, attractive female mechanic? Oh, well, okay, alright. Yes, for those who don't know, Ginger Lynn is a rather famous porn star. In fact, she was named by Adult Video News magazine as 7th on their list of the 50 greatest porn stars of all time. Just so we're clear, I know this because of Wikipedia, and not my subscription to the magazine. But whenever I think of Wing Commander 3, I cannot help but relive the day that I found out that sweet, innocent Rachel was not so sweet and innocent. Yes, well, I hope you enjoyed this trip down gaming memory lane. For now, I'm gonna go make some more memories.
Isn't that the guy from Star Wars?